We're live, gentlemen. I hate these streets. We are live. How's everyone doing? Compound's open. And I'm making a left. Alright. What up? How's everyone doing today? Good mooning, boys. Good mooning. Holiday road. Holiday road. Good Thursday to be alive. On my way to, oh my God, I have 100 miles to go, an hour and 45 minutes. It's gonna be a doozy, boys. It's gonna be a doozy. Hang tight. Hang tight. I gotta sneeze. What's up, Lo? How you doing, brother? I gotta sneeze. Oh my God. Ah! Uh-oh. Whew. Oh boy. What up, brother? Oh, that's how you spread the Wuhan, huh? Whew. Holiday. Another day, another dollar, brother. Another day, another dollar. Give me a good poll question. I want to bring in more Kamala voters. How do I... Oh, man, what should I say to bring in more Kamala supporters to the channel? Isn't Kamala the best? How about that? Kamala is the best. Question mark. There. That should ruffle some feathers, huh? Yeah, we got about a 99-mile drive, an hour and 42 minutes. And then we do the big loop back. Oh God, what a nightmare. What a nightmare of a day. But I got paid. Bills are being paid. I guess that's all you can do, huh? I guess that's all you can do. Got my lunch packed. Got my sandwich. I finally brought a bunch of ice with me so I don't drink warm water all freaking day. That's always a plus. And school's back in, you can see all the kids walking around in their new fancy school clothes. Where are you headed to? Kind of this little town out in, I guess it would be Riverside. It's well, it's a little town called Poway, Poway, I think. It's kind of out in the woody area of California. It's like secluded, kind of in the, I guess down, it's kind of by San Diego. It's more like, what used to grow out there? Oranges? Oh, avocados. San Diego's really big in avocados. Not so much anymore because Mexico has better avocados than San Diego. I mean, go figure. Bigger, better, and cheaper. But yeah, it's kind of like a farmland town. It's pretty nice, super expensive. Going out there to do some work, say hi to some people, shake some hands, be politically incorrect because everyone out there doesn't care. It's great. It's going to be a wonderful time. Finally, man, they've freaking been redoing this bridge forever. What's up, doubles? Welcome to the compound. It's open. I was going to say Monday morning blues, but it's Thursday morning buzz. I'm going to go meet up with my parents after work and have a early dinner, late buzz, catch a couple of beers with them and hang out. I'm excited. Look at this. They really built this up. Wow. Where freeway am I on? I can't even see the freaking lines, dude. I'm just kind of following the truck in front of me. Okay. Wow, look at that. California's stepping its game up, fellas. Man, that's nice. They built like a nice freeway. Oh, like all this is new. Yeah, all this right here. All these little freaky weird designs on the side of the freeway. It used to be just dirt, but they kind of built an actual highway, you know? A tunnel system. Oh, whoa, is this what freeway am I on? Am I on the 10? Oh, wow, they redid the bridge. Holy moly. You know, I'm really happy that they did. Some people are going to graffiti the shit out of this place soon. That's why in California you can have nothing nice. It's quite embarrassing. But, you know, glad they're helping. Oh, wow, that's a cool bridge. I think I am on the 10 freeway. This thing is 60. And what's for dinner? Ooh, I don't know, man. We're gonna go meet for, beers, basically. When I say early dinner, my family's weird. So my story with my sister-in-law, first couple times she went out with my family, you go out to dinner, you go there kind of hungry, right? You make sure you don't eat lunch or, kind of snack, but don't get full. Well, she showed up to dinner and she was really hungry. She didn't really eat all day. And then she wanted to order, you sit down, you order, you get a drink, and then the night goes on. Well, it doesn't matter how big or small my family is, we'll drink until basically we're all tipsy, very tipsy. And then we'll eat. But there's no drinking after dinner. So, we sat down and we'll have 3 or 4 beers, and then my sister-in-law's like, oh, that guy got crushed. Oh, wow. We need to redo all this crap, too. But she was like, I'm really hungry, guys. Can we order? And no one's ready to order because we like to drink before we eat. So, it's pretty funny. But Yard House, we'll probably go to Yard House or something down the street. I don't know, I'll probably just get a chicken tofu lettuce wraps. I kind of like those, quick and easy. I'm not a big food guy. I kind of will just eat whatever and then move on with my day. They made this nice too. It's coming together, boys. It's coming together. California in about 100 years will look just as nice as Utah. Just kidding. It's always going to be a piece of crap. Those stupid people graffitiing. Ugh, it's gross. Utah, man, I'm telling you. That was next to BYU, the football stadium. Man, perfect. Everything was perfect. I had never seen anything like it. The highways, the streets, all the paint jobs were still perfect. There's no you know, donuts, kids doing donuts, and there's, I didn't see it. The grass was cut. It was fantastic. Yeah, California definitely ain't like that. California, right back where we started from. California. Oh, that was a good show. Anyone see the OC back in the day? It was on like there was Laguna Beach and the OC for Orange County. Ooh, that's where I live. Laguna Beach in Orange County. If you ever watch those shows, don't judge me. I swear that's how California really is. It kind of is, but kind of not. They kind of nailed it. Damn it. What's that girl's name? She married Jay Cutler from the football player. Christina Cavallari. That girl. She makes people that live in California have a bad name. Yeah, Laguna Beach was more like a reality show, kind of scripted TV show, and Orange County was a scripted TV show, but they went to some good places out here. That's why I used to like watching it. You'll find out some good restaurants and stuff. Total Tech, hey man. What's up, brother? Yeah, hey, thanks for always making me welcome here. Oh, anytime. Thanks for the engaging conversation. Oh, dude. Yeah, man, anytime, brother. That's what this channel's all about, man. I try to, you know, get to everyone and talk to everyone a little bit. Especially when it comes to a crazy ass matter like yesterday, man. That was pretty cool. Aiming to game, what's up? Have you ever wondered how many times you can twist your... once, brother. I knew someone that actually happened to, and he had to have surgery, so once. Or 12. Try and report back to you when you find out. Trying to let us know. Nah, no way, Total Tech. You're always welcome here, man. Ask any questions. I'm freaking an open book, dude. I like talking about all the crazy stuff. And I turned in the wrong goddamn lane. Distractions. I was thinking about twisting ball sacks. Ball sack. Yeah, I actually knew that. He did it while he was sleeping, dude, and I shouldn't have swore. It messed him up. I'm trying not to swear as much. And no more sugar. No more donuts in the morning, fellas. I'm growing up. I can't eat like a child no more. Yeah, I gotta just make sure no more energy drinks, just water. Better. What's up, Davish? How you doing, brother? Rock and roll. Vote Trump. Hell yeah, dude. Kamala is the best. I knew that was gonna ruffle. Damn it, I went in the wrong goddamn lane again. I can't see the freaking things. Anyways. Yeah, anytime, brother. Anytime, total. Well, I would assume the pain wakes you up before it happens. Yeah, most def. Yeah, I knew the guy that happened to sleep, dude, and he was basically in tears, dude. A 20-year-old dude going down in tears for something he doesn't know what's going on, but it's in his growing. Yeah, it could be pretty, dude. Like it was bad, and he had to have surgery because one of the fucking nuts, like, it looped around it, you know. So he couldn't fix it inside his own pants. Dude, I felt so bad for him. I think he even lost one of his nuts. Yeah, man, so. It's funny, when you try to ask, I know you're trying to be funny and, come in the chat and say something funny, but sometimes it actually happens to people, man. It's kind of crazy how that all works. Crazy things happen to people in this life, man. It's especially you have to do with your body or something. I mean, your body's just I always hold it up like a water balloon, and everything inside's just held together by the stretchiness of the elastic. And once you poke that elastic, it all pops. And that's what happens. Oof. Some scary stuff, man. Devish, what's up, Oli? Who's where are you coming from, and who you guys voting for? Trump or Kamala? I don't know. I'm a big Kamala fan because her laugh is just hilarious. Have you heard her laugh? She sounds like the Joker's girlfriend, Harley Quinn. That would be Harley Quinn's laugh, right? Listen to it. You guys get off the stream, Google Kamala's laughter, and I'm sure there's a big video of it, and it's kind of freaky, man. It is extremely freaky. She laughs like the Joker, like the old school Batman, maybe not Nicolas Cage, I don't know, one of the old school Batmans that used to laugh really good. I want to do it, but she does it so perfect. Her laugh needs to be in a movie. All I ever wanted. Devish, you're Indian, correct? I can tell by the name. We'll see, man. We'll see if Trump pulls it off, or whatever else happens. The world's a crazier place. Let's get you guys more in the window. To the window, to the wall. Oh, yeah, first week back. Not bad. First week back was not bad. I got one more week, and then I think the last week I worked with my boss. Maybe next week. I kind of forget. Don't remember. Oh no, yeah, it's like the 24th or something. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I think my fiscal year's almost done too, which is good. I can get a bonus or a raise or something. I think in October or November we go through that, and then they apply them in January or February or something like that. But my fiscal year's almost done, which is great. It's during like September, October, November, December, all the holiday seasons. I'm not stressed out. I know my bonus. I know my my raise, if I get one. We've had a pretty good year, so we've had actually I think a really good year for California and for other states too. We're a 50 state wide company. It's one thing about California, you can always find a job. Oli. What's up, Oli? I like that name. All I ever want to see you smile. It says, 18 votes. No, no one's a Kamala fan, huh? I don't know. I think her laugh will get her in the presidency alone. And then the no tax on tips, they stole. Of course they stole that. Of course they stole the no tax on tips. That's what communism does. They steal it and make it theirs, make it sound better, but they'll never implement it. Because that's not what they care about. I don't know what they care about, but it's not that. We'll see, man. We'll see how it all plays out. I'm pretty much all worn out from politics. It's kind of a dead subject to me. I don't think it's not really up to our, well, I guess it is, but we'll see, man. I think they're still going to try to do something to Trump. We don't live in this perfect world. Our government's just as corrupt as any other government. Just as awful. That's why weapons and tools are a must. Or you'll be just like Russia. See all those guys surrendering, all the conscripts, man? They look like they're freaking 18 years old trying to fight this huge war against Ukraine. Oh my God, they're gonna get so sad, man. So sad. They're picking them up by the hundreds. I guess the Kursk, Ukraine's really doing a number to them. I don't know how they're going to plug that. If they pull more troops from the east, I would go on the offensive the minute they start pulling more troops from the east. You can find a weakness, split the gap, and start funneling troops in. Remember, guys, if you ever see a front line like the movie 300, all you have to do is crack the shield, and then you force people into the gap, and you'll split their forces in two. And especially if Russia doesn't have the communication, like we all pretty much, they're still living back in their glory days of the Soviet Union in the 60s or whatever, freaking whenever the height of the Soviet Union was. Imagine how much money and knowledge has been wasted in that country, man. A lot of knowledge, a lot of people died for no reason out there, and that's why Russia is where Russia's at right now. A dumpster fire. It's great. It's perfect. Everyone's happy. Oh, I saw this video. It was so funny. It was an old babushka lady from Russia, and she was, I think she's on the border regions of Ukraine, but she used to work for the Soviet Union, back in the day. She's an older lady, and she was telling a story how she was telling some high-up official from the Russian Federation. She was telling him, "You guys better not invade Ukraine. We'll lose." And the Russian guy, the high-up official says, we have bigger army, better army. Ukraine doesn't have really anything. We have more people. And she said she looked at the officer, the Russian Federation officer, and goes, "You're so stupid." She goes, I used to work for, the intelligent, some branch of the Soviet Union back in the day. She goes, "All the smart people are Ukrainian." So Russians are very stupid. You know, all the intellectuals are Ukrainian. You know, that's why if you kind of look at Ukraine, they would always build bigger airplanes. They have nuclear power plants. And she kind of named off a couple things where you're like, like Ukraine actually is like, and that's why Stalin tried to starve out Ukrainians, because Russians are so stupid. And she was mad because they cut YouTube from Russia. Yeah, it was funny, man. The videos, and she starts laughing she's telling the story, and I think she's telling the story to another Russian guy, kind of works for the government, and he's trying not to laugh, or like trying to get her to stop telling the story, but she's going. Like all the smart people went to Ukraine. All the Russians that were smart went to Ukraine way back in the day. Ukraine, they're not just Russian, but Ukrainians. They're very intellectual people, and you guys are invading them, and they're gonna win because they're smarter. She made a great point. I couldn't believe it, but it's true. I mean, Ukraine does a lot of weird things that. Man, if you actually gave them some freedom and some fear to do their own, they would probably make some cool stuff. They would be like a Russia we all want Russia to be. Big old planes. Russia has that, or Ukraine has that big old plane that Russia bombed. But, you can imagine the crazy stuff that they would invent out there. And they're just now that with drones and stuff, like a lot of privately owned businesses, drone wise, are from Ukraine, and they can really build cheap, really good drones. And this girl was busting up at this guy, like, she was telling him like Ukraine's gonna win this war before Russia invaded. You better not invade these guys because we're gonna lose. And she was just laughing at the officer. It was hilarious. Great video. Babushka. She was a babushka lady. Big old mama, probably in her 80s. She probably drinks like a fish. But it was a good story. She couldn't believe that Russia was invading Ukraine, and she's like, they're smarter than us. Stalin. That's why Stalin tried to starve out Ukraine. In the 20s and 30s or whatever, like 40 million Ukrainians died or something. It was, I don't know how many, but it was just an awful number, man. So I hope Russia pays the price for this, man. If Ukraine's doing what I think they're gonna do, I think they're gonna go after an airfield, stop that from functioning. And then I would just start circling the Russian border and just liberating village after village outside, by the border, and pushing that border further up into Russia. I don't know if Russia has enough people, man, to stop that. I think all their forces are in the east. You only have one army. You don't have two. So where's the Russian army? It's in the east, right? If Ukraine, if their army is also in the east, stopping Russia's army, but the difference is Ukraine's on defense. They don't need that many people to defend, land, farmland. You don't need really anybody to defend farmland. You just honestly give it to them. Wait till they settle there, then shoot at them. That's how defensive strategy works. You're never on the attack. So, if Ukraine pulled a lot of, withheld some of their forces to do this, and started funneling, equipment, not taking it from the east defense, but just I'm sure Ukraine just has a lot of crap laying around too, because not a lot of it's been used. I'm almost positive of that. Because running a defensive campaign, you dig trenches, you need artillery. Any vehicle, is not really necessary, because you're not, you're in a defensive position. You're kind of sitting there and waiting, not attacking, and the vehicle's for attacking. So all their tanks, all their Abrams, the Bradleys, all their infantry fighting vehicles, they're all probably not really being used to the extent you would think. Because I've already, if Ukraine, you give up ground, you retreat, you set up a new defense line, you engage, if it starts getting overwhelming, you just run that same playbook. Because as if you're attacking a defense, you need 10 to 1 odds, man. You need 10 Russians to 1 Ukrainian, and that still might not even do it. Because you're a dead man walking if you're in the assaulting a trench line with heavy artillery pointing at key positions. And Russia can shoot back, but they don't know where the Ukrainians may or may not be. Ukrainians will move defensive positions. Russia's pulling all that Mad Max stuff at them and welding cages to their tanks. It's a joke now, and it's I don't know, man. I don't think the Ukrainian offense is going to stop anytime soon. But we'll definitely see how it goes. I just wonder. And Ukraine hasn't said anything about it, barely anything. I think Zelensky finally mentioned that he's gonna, that's what they're doing. It's an operation. But all the pictures, all the stuff that, all the intel, anything that I get and read is, from my understanding, all from Russian sources, all of it. Fairly little bits from Ukraine, and there's some videos of them changing a sign from Russia to Ukrainian. It's interesting. It is interesting. And Iran still hasn't hit Israel. I don't know how that's going to play out. I think Israel, I think they're trying to stall until Trump gets elected. Because I feel like they're stalling in Gaza. They haven't fully taken that over. I'm not sure why they haven't. And I'm not sure why Iran hasn't hit Israel yet with a retaliatory attack. Unless they're still trying to plan something pretty big. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of... they already look weak. Iran already looks weak for not attacking almost immediately. They just kind of said, but that, and I don't really blame Iran for not attacking Israel because Israel killed a Hamas leader. Would you throw away your whole government for some dude that you didn't really care about? Let's be honest, right? Some fighting group in Gaza that, whatever, you paid them to, piss off Israel. That's it. And then they did, and then Israel killed the main guy, and Iran, I'd be I'm not gonna start a big war because of this dude. like the Franz Ferdinand in World War One. Well, that's what World War One was started off as. Some leader. It was a prince, or some weird. That's what they all believed in back then. Princes and kings and a bunch of weird European stuff. It's gross. It's gross. It's just gross. But the Kaiser can send millions of people into his death in World War One, but no war was started over that. And he went and retired somewhere in Belgium or wherever. Peasants, that's what they think. Peasants. Make sure you're not thought like a peasant. Or they'll use you like a peasant. Man, not having an energy drink kind of sucks. I'm already sleepy. I need a good boost. What's up, Sarah? Nepotism. Yep. Sarah Jane, how you doing? Welcome to the compound, Sarah. Nepotism, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that word too. It's a good sounding, strong word. Yeah. I think even Putin put his niece or his niece or cousin as like the financial advisor to the Kremlin about the war effort or something, the defense, someone like that. And gee, oh my God, Russia's gonna, I don't know, Ukraine's gonna do some, I don't think Ukraine's done with this offensive. I don't know how big it's gonna go. I don't know how deep they're gonna push. I don't know if Russia can stop it. I really don't think they can. I mean, they might be able to send troops to try to slow them down. But just like, what's Putin's buddy that he got assassinated? The chef, he kept, I don't know, man. I think they're just going to keep driving in. Arts, what's up, Sarah? Welcome to the compound, guy. I think this is the first time I read that name, Sarah Jane. It kind of flows off the tongue, so welcome. I'm glad you're here. I like to just ramble and talk about stuff. So feel free to ask a question or chime in or make a point. No right or wrong answer here. We're all human and trying to live in this crazy world right now. And the one reason I started the channel was just to skip the media nonsense. I think we can figure out the news for ourselves and discuss it amongst ourselves without having a multi-billion-dollar news organization, I don't know, just completely get stuff wrong constantly. I mean, the once that cracked for me in the Trump-Hillary election, dude. That one cracked the break here thing, man. And I that Trump was gonna win. I was like, everything was wrong. I couldn't believe it. And I was a Trump guy. I voted for him that. And I remember it was late. It was late when I was in a hotel in Bakersfield, California. And I remember watching it late at night because California is the last state to go to bed. And I like texted my buddy. I said, "Oh shit!" Trump just won, dude. And he couldn't believe it either. Because we were out here, man. We were lied to about that. Hillary was supposed to win that election. So that's it. Yeah, that's why I did it. So that's cool. The mainstream media is dying anyway. Yeah. Yeah, the whole situation with Russia and Ukraine is crazy sad. It's yeah, man. It's sad for the Russian citizens, man, because I think in our life now we can see what a real dictatorship really looks like. And now they can force 600,000 people to their death, if that number's true. Let's just say it's 300,000 people Ukraine's already killed in Ukraine. So it kind of, it's really sad, man, and it's just going to get worse. But I don't know how. I always try to think how stuff ends. I don't. It's like Russia using a nuclear weapon. Now, I don't think that would ever happen. Putin doesn't. I don't. People would stop him. That would be way too far because everyone would die. And people aren't stupid. And you can't win a war from using nuclear weapons. It just doesn't happen. But if Ukraine keeps pushing in, and I don't even know how many people Ukraine has lost. They're really good at kind of keeping that number under wraps, which is fine. Women and men, because women do fight wars, gentlemen. If you don't know that, I don't know why people don't think women aren't in the military or can't fight wars. I remember on this vacation I took, I was like, yeah, man, like, it's funny because, the older group of men, my dad's 70 and all his buddies, they're like, yeah, did you ever go to war with women, Matt? I'm like, yeah. Two of the best women in the Marine Corps, I would say, are chicks, all you need is a hand to squeeze a trigger. It's just, honestly, just a finger. And it's about like a half a pound of pressure or 2 pounds of pressure. It doesn't take a man it doesn't say men use only on the weapon. And if you run a country, you need all the people to fight your war, and that means women too. So I don't know why people think that, or it's like not a thing, or I don't know why that's in like our psyche as Americans, where American women can't fight wars. They can. I've been there. I've seen them. They do just as good a job as the men. I hate to say it, fellas. And they die just like the men. I hate to say that too, women. It's true. They got limbs that get blown off. They'll get domed in the head by a stray round or shrapnel. It's a known fact. I don't like when people think that way, because it's not that, and then our military is such a volunteer force. So when a dude, look at me, I'm defending chicks right now, I know. It's just the way people think, it irritates me. When a dude that's never served questions a female service, that's when that's when I want to say, dude, where were you after 9/11? You didn't enlist when I did, but she did. So what does that make you? A coward. That's when your country called on men and women to defend the homeland. Chicks did, and some of the people that I've had this conversation with before didn't. And usually I don't say that to them, but that's what I want to say. The government doesn't care who dies for the war. It's just a war. A bunch of men dying for nothing. Yeah, that's true, Sarah. Yeah, a lot, man. So many. A lot of knowledge is wasted. You know, so one of those guys could have cured cancer or something, you know? Seriously, man, you know, they could have done something so great to this world, but they lost their lives at the age of 18 for Putin trying to remove an elected government from Ukraine. My grandmother was in the Navy. She was badass. Oh, hell yeah. Tell your grandmother I said Semper Fi, and thanks for her service. Yeah, the Navy's really close with the United States Marine Corps. Well, the Marine Corps is technically a branch of the Navy. Yeah, I don't like saying that either, but it's true. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of women in Ukraine are fighting the war too, man, for sure. I mean, if you're a woman in Ukraine and your brother or son is in the army, your husband's more than likely going to be drafted or already in the army or like some sort of city defense group, and you're at home and you're probably no job because all the jobs have stopped. What would you do? What would you do? Sign up for some sort of specialized job in the army, and they'll put you in a non-combat role, or helping out the war effort. And anybody and everybody's useful somehow. Dude, like I can honestly say the people that I joined the military with are not the smartest. We're pretty dumb at the time. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do the job I did, does it? It's just, you just have to keep doing it and not do anything else. In California, we have a lot of kids with Down syndrome and autism. If I could, hey, I don't know how functioning the kids with Down syndrome, autism are, but my mom and sister-in-law do stuff for that area, and there's functioning and non-functioning type of young men and women that have this. I think mostly men have it, but I would have a special military branch just for those guys, and they would have to go through some sort of basic training. The highly functioned ones, they get a uniform, they get good pay, and they can do non-combat jobs. There's so many jobs out there we need people for that it's insane, and we need all the people we can, right? Why not? That would be great. Imagine, I have a cousin that has severe Down syndrome. He's 19 or 20 now. Aiden, his name's Aiden. He's semi-functioning. He can function. Dude, that would be sweet. His dad, my uncle, would be so proud if he could go into the military and serve, 2 years, maybe a 2-year contract, doing stuff for the military and learning all the rules and I think they would succeed more than anybody because they're easy going, right? I mean, they don't really complain. I'm sure they do, but they can help so much. They can take away the jobs that I hated doing. They can get paid doing it, and the combat role jobs can do something else. I don't know. I don't look at people like that, man. I need people to fight my war, and I'll take anybody. Anyone that wants to volunteer their life, why wouldn't I not take you? But you're going to have to do the training, and that's what makes or breaks people. Everyone thinks you kind of just show up and have a good time, and it's all about life or death or shooting or going after the enemy. It's not. It's a lot more to that than people ever talk about. It's the training is every day. The maintenance is every day. The camaraderie with your troops has to be there. So I think that's a great idea, man. I think that's one of the best. I know that sounds really stupid. Well, I think that's such a great idea, man. My mom works for a state. It's a state-funded kids with severe autism. My mom was just attacked by one of those kids. That's you can get. The dude that attacked her was 20 years old, man. 22. He wasn't no little 5-year-old scratching my mom's 70. So imagine a 22-year-old who pulls down his pants and jerks off. Snatched my mother into the van and bit her and was pulling out her hair. Yeah, man. And my mom got physically assaulted by a 22-year-old man. And nothing happened to that 22-year-old man. He's still at that school. And my mom's a badass chick, but she's never been assaulted by a 22-year-old man before. So let's put it that way. This kid is, but on the other note, you give me a couple of those guys and I'll shape them up. Give me a couple of weeks in the military little boot camp. It would be cut down to fit their needs and all that stuff, and their parents could be in contact with them, because I'm sure it's a little difficult. But if the parents want to step away, and that's good too. It gives the parents a break, because I'm sure it's hard raising those kids and seeing them graduate and stuff in a good United States Marine Corps uniform. I don't care if they wear my uniform, but if I told that to someone, some civilian, they'll say, our military's getting weak. We're allowing females in now and lady boys, and I'll go to war with a bunch of lady boys, no problem, because what takes precedent over everything else in my world is training. So if anything comes before training, you get removed, and that's how it works. There's no HR department. There's none of this woke nonsense. There's not, and that might be in the very tippy top. But it's not with the younger enlisted Marines. It doesn't happen, guys. It doesn't happen. Not in the Marine Corps. It could happen in the Army or Navy or Air Force, I guess. It could happen, but not in the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps is totally separate. They could do something as simple as working in the kitchen. Yes. Dude, working in the kitchen, inventory, moving boxes from left to right, because everything has to be picked up and moved. I mean, there's, we call it police calling. You just pick up trash. Like on a Saturday afternoon, if there was nothing to do on base and we didn't have any training, we would all stand around and pick up trash. Like the guys you see on the side of the road, like with the long claws, but we would pick up the trash and put it in our pocket. We call it police calling, because if it doesn't grow, it's got to go. I mean, there's just an infinite amount of stuff that needs to be done on base that we just need hands to help move. Boxes, we need, like if I drive a big truck, I always need an assistant driver to just sit with me to make sure I don't fall asleep, so a kid that's little on the downside could sit there and just, you want to listen to some tunes and hang out. You'd be like, yeah, cool, man. Let's do it, right? Work in the kitchen, help clean up the kitchen after chow. There's so much, man. There's so much to do. I mean, it's never ending. and I just think the kids would be proud of it. And I really think the Marine Corps, that's something the Marine Corps can hang their hat on and be like, hey, you know, you don't need to be some over the top athletic dude that, you know, that doesn't exist. And we just need anybody that wants to come here and train with us. And it's hard. The training's hard. You know, you can relax the training for them a little bit, but and they can have a separate kind of way of doing things, but still they need to earn the same respect I do, and that means they have to go through the same sort of training to help gain that that knowledge and have that confidence. Even for them, they will have so much confidence in themselves that they did that, and they can hang with like me, and they can wear the dress blues with the medals. They can go to the Marine Corps ball. They can bring their, you know, a date if they want to. If they, I don't know, you know, I'm sure. Yeah, I have a hard time finding a date myself, so I don't know how well they will do. But, you know, bringing your mom, that would be great, man. You know, that would be, I don't know. If I said that now, I think people would, that would be one of my goals in life. I would love to do that, to somehow start that. Start that for our military, because I'm sure a lot of them we need help. And you know, the Marine Corps could, whoever makes it, whoever plans it, could spin it, you know, and go, Americans just don't want to serve our military anymore, and we need anyone that wants to. So women, you know, the disabled, if you're willing to, lady boys, if you're willing to come out and serve your country, you know, more the merrier. I don't care. Like I said, I've been to war with 4 or 5 females. 2 of them were probably the best female Marines I've ever, best Marines, not just female or male, but best Marines. They're better Marines than I ever was. That's the truth. Give me, you know, I don't care if, you know, we make exceptions for, you know, people that can't shave because of their skin. You know, will get all jacked up. You know, religion, if you wear the turban, you know, they made a hat, or we call it a cover, you know, a Marine Corps cover with the camo, but for a turban, you know, the same camouflage. It's pretty cool looking, man. And the dude has a beard and has a camouflage turban, and in the middle has the eagle, globe, and anchor, which is on our hat and on our blouse. But I saw a picture of that, and I was like, that's kind of badass, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, why wouldn't you change your uniform for someone? I would, yeah. If you want to wear not a cover and wear your religious thing on your head, sure, dude. As long as you go through the training and are a Marine, there's ways we can help you. What is this guy doing? I don't understand what this guy's doing. This truck is in the fast lane, but he doesn't go that fast. I don't know. I think moral is down, yeah, especially over the moral. Yeah, dude, I agree with that statement. There's a waiver for that, as the Army says. Oh, what's up, Beer Gold? Woke people, I don't want to send my son. Yeah, I know, we're in a weird, I don't want to end up in a Saving Private Ryan situation. They can't take all the woke people they want. Yeah, we're in a weird, before any of that happens, the military needs to change drastically and really fast to get back to, you know, what it really meant to be in the military, not this weird, you know, yeah, I mean, like, I even like this, I don't know. I don't like making fun of people but when you're in the Marine Corps, if you're trying to tell me something, you better be a dude, you know, and I just yesterday I was watching this video, this Army guy was talking about a tank and the shells the M1 Abrams has, and he was overweight, he had like a weird, sounded, you know, weird. And I just, in the Marine Corps, we would never respect that. Marine Corps is extremely brutal. Extremely brutal. You're not going to get away with anything unmanly. I don't know, yeah, I mean, the way it's running now needs to change very drastically before. Yeah, because all the weirdos that are in right now are just gonna erode it from the inside. You know, I know there's a lot of good people still out there, but there's something wrong with the higher ups that it looks funny. I don't like it. I haven't liked it in a long time. And it just happened recently, so it could be fixed before it's too late. But yeah, that's one of my good ideas I think I've ever had. I just have a cousin with Down syndrome or autism. I'm not sure which one it is. And he's barely functioning. He functions, but he can't speak. He's more of a gurgling type of person. But yeah, I can get him to like join the military and do some, you know, kind of boot camp where we can get these guys to help out in the long term. I think that would be great, especially here on the state side. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. Give me those guys in Camp Pendleton, California, man. There's a bunch of stuff to do for them. And I don't know, man. I think it would be a good PR session. But you have to have someone, you have to have a spokesperson for that knows what they're talking about and is enthused by it and can convince other people that this could be a good thing. And, you know, this could be something that, you know, and you know, I always like being funny. I really do, even if I'm being real serious. Imagine, like, say Russia falls and Russia completely collapses and they need help. We just send them a bunch of those guys over. And like, you know, how Putin thinks, you know, all the weird stuff, but, you know, oh, you guys were beaten about by a bunch of Americans and, you know, they're kind of slower than normal. And we send over a bunch of ladyboys over to Russia to go help them rebuild. I think how is that not funny? That's funny. Right? The Russian people, you know, how tough they think they are, and, you know, Putin, you know, doesn't do any of that, you know. But they were conquered by a bunch of, you know, 50%ers and ladyboys. I think that's hilarious. I think I just have a weird sense of humor. Right? Hey, Feels, what's up, man? Simplify, brother, welcome back. I'm just kind of rambling. Sorry, and it's hard to see the chat in the sun. It hurts my eyeballs. You got higher ups like Mark Milley. Oh, God. Talking about wanting to understand white rage. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I forgot all the woke BS people. They don't want to sign up for that. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Poland? What's up? Respect for USA. USA. Much love to Poland. Yeah, what's up, Poland? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I'll never forget that name, man. My boss grew up an Army brat, I tell them all the time, it's not your mom and dad's army anymore. Yeah, 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 man, I agree. I almost 100%. Oh, your boys, yeah. It's sad, man. And like I would want them to join so that they can. I don't know. You don't ever want to take something away from your boys, but it's true, man. It's not a game. Joining the military is not a game. It's not. And, I'm sure you could talk about this too. When you're younger, if there's any other vets listening too, chime in. You don't really think about the consequences to the actions that you're doing. But man, I am shocked that I still have my fingers. Like the up-armored Humvee doors. I mean, the minute you literally just kind of push that door closed, it would whack. And that door had to be a couple thousand pounds or something. I don't know. I mean, the steel on that, it was heavier than shit. And just not getting your fingers smashed in that door, it would have ripped off. Your fingers would have been gone. It's sharp steel slamming on your finger. Yeah, but you're right. The white rage question, I don't know what that Millie guy is the weirdest dude. 5, maybe 10 years from now, it might be able to go back, get a good president there and change up the literature of our military. And I'm sure it's very bloated with officers that, like that Billy guy, that are just morons. That guy hasn't seen. Go outside and meet real people, and you bring that subject up, tell you the one they'll probably look at you funny, like, oh, this guy's a weirdo. It's like their own language. It's like, what? I don't. Oh, Mrs. Gold, I'm shocked we can still walk. Yeah, oh yeah, walk, dude. I really, dude, like, with all the humping and rucksacks we do, and spine is shot. I know pure cold has to be. Your hips fucking hurt you. I'd love that. That always killed me, man. That always killed me. Chicks would always break their hips, dude, or they slip the ball out of the. Oh God, it always killed me because you guys always had to walk funny after, and as a young man, the jokes were flying, dude. The jokes were flying. They would have to limp like a pirate with a wooden leg. Oh, it was so funny. Yeah, our fingers to limbs, to the back, to walking. I have a cane. I can still walk fine, I can run, I can kind of work out here and there, but, every so often I have to grab out my walking cane, and when I take my dog for a walk, it's a bummer, man. Yeah, it's not your mom and dad's military anymore, that's for sure. I don't know how to fix it. Just got to get good people at the top. Yeah, my hips pop all the time. Yes, by why you chose him. Pretty much everyone I know doesn't like Biden. Yeah, we think he's a joke. He can barely. Yeah, same here. Same here. I don't know. I really don't know anyone personal that likes. People voted for Biden because the Wuhan virus, the COVID-19 shutdowns, that kind of fell on Trump's lap, and Biden seemed like more the stable president. Back to the Obama days type guy where everything was kind of normal. But it didn't go that way. So Trump will probably win again. And yeah, ladies' hips, man. You guys slip your hips. It's funny. Shakira, hips don't lie. Hey, I love that song, dude. My hips don't. Shakira, man. Shakira just got a divorce. You think she'll date me, guys, if I ask her out? Yeah, I mean, America's not perfect, you know. We do put dumb people in office. It happens. It happens. And I live in California, man. I know there's Biden voters, or I don't know how many people are going to be voting for Kamala now. Kamala. They would just be voting for the party. But, I mean, dude, I drove but the Republican Party. Or not even that, just Trump. Big time, dude, big time. In California, man, the places I go, it's very Trump supporting people, Trump heavy, very Republican, conservative values out here. But a lot of dumb people vote the other way, and we get outnumbered, man. And there's some people here that just don't care at all. One of my dad's friends, he can care less. It doesn't affect his life at all. But, you know, he lives a total different life than I do. Yeah, it's just people, you know, the Democrats say really good things, or they used to. They used to be really good at, like, you know, saying what you want them to, what you want to hear. They would always, you know, try to fight racism, which, you know, I personally don't know how you fight that, but if they want to waste tax dollar money on it, go for it. So you kind of vote for what's gushy inside your heart, you know, and that's like a communist playbook, you know. You tell people that everything's kind of iffy, and if you vote for me, we'll fix it, but stuff like that just can't be fixed by other people that live 3,000 miles away. So, yeah, people are just dumb, man, and that's the way people always been for thousands and thousands of years. That's why you can't have the dumb people take power, like Russia. Putin's incredibly dumb. Like, that guy's incredibly dumb. And he's paying the ultimate price for it. His country, because they were led by a dumb person, millions of people will die. You know, Russia will never be the same country. And I think it will start breaking up into multiple, you know, nation states. But I don't know. I'm just one lonely dude from California, you know. Fight racism with racism. That's right, Sarah. That's right. You were perceived as world leader, now you were not perceived that strong. Yeah. Can't blame Oklahoma. We have voted red for several elections. Now blame California. I don't know what happened internally. Nah, just blame California, man. California. Yeah, Sarah. Fight racism with racism. Then you get made fun of because you have a soft shoe profile. Yeah. When Sarah, yeah, you're right. When we went to sleep, yeah, I remember that. We woke up and Biden won. That was it. We were like, what? How did Biden win? Yeah, I remember that, dude. I remember that. That's why everyone fucking flew into Washington, D.C. to protest. That was wild, too. An insurrection. That looked like a party to me. I don't know when insurrection was happening. That was... I would have pulled out a barbecue and started barbecuing on the front of the White House lawn and be like, okay, someone needs to explain to me how we go to bed and all of a sudden there's like a 500,000 vote count, and what the hell just happened? I don't know, man. And you can see how it all kind of ripples effects, the vote, all the way to Trump getting arrested, his house getting raided, the assassination. There's got to be more, man, right? I mean, many of us feel the same way. Yeah, feels. Many of us do feel the same way. I don't know what happened, man. Did we just witness an election steal? It's if you ask, I think a lot of people would say I would almost put my money on it. Something fishy happened. We obviously don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think if you ask a lot of people that lost, we might say, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not the one. I'm sure everyone, Sarah and Pure Gold, and even Fields and Low C. If Trump lost, then he lost. I will roll with the American people no matter what. Even if I don't like it, that's just the name of the game. I still have to protect my home and my values at home. If America's values and wants to sway some different way, more power to America, but I don't really have to partake every time we have a president. I just have to kind of pay my taxes and take care of my kingdom. That's always try to tell people, your house, your family, that's your kingdom. You rule it however you please. But man, this time, that was weird, man. That election was weird. And he barely lost. Trump barely lost. He barely lost like Georgia. Barely lost Pennsylvania. If a couple other, I know it could have swung. He still could have won, but there was a couple big old jumps in votes. It's like, what? Yeah, I don't like to say it. That one was iffy, man. I'll put a little asterisk next to that one and be like, oh. And it was the perfect storm to do it. It was the perfect time to do it. You had all the shutdowns. You had the Zuck Bucks. You had Facebook out here in California doing some weird stuff. I think Elon Musk was kind of into it. You had a bunch of the tech bros, and then you got to kind of put everything on a timeline. Biden gets into office, a couple years later, year and a half later, Putin invades, and that, I was like, yeah, what? Then if the idea if Putin actually did what he was supposed to do and take over Ukraine, I think China would have gone for Taiwan or some other country, started Laos, and then go after Taiwan. That, I think, was the idea. I think that's why everything was pushed towards mail-in voting or whatever voting. You let in the immigrants. America's dealing with this immigration problem, but it's really not, because all the immigrants are in New York. And let's be clear, guys, no one cares about New York. No one cares about New York. I've been to New York. It sucks. It's fun. It's fun. You can have fun there. But would I ever live there? No. Whatever, I would never raise a family there. No, it's fun. You can have fun there. It's for like a couple days. I was there for a week. You know, I saw the 9/11 memorial, the Freedom Tower. You know, you get good patriots down there. You know, I'm barely hanging on to saying it's okay, but it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Boston was cool. I've been to Boston, Massachusetts. A lot more patriots down there, but a lot of money in these. That's why I'm like Boston. Boston votes blue because there's so much money down there. People get Lululemon on me, you know. At this point, I just feel like we get is political theater. Yeah, nothing really gets done for the people. Yeah, it's all political theater. Yeah. And I think if like someone like Trump tries to get stuff done, he's just arrested and stuff, you know. One thing the government doesn't want the government to do is help the people, because then that sets a precedent, you know. And, you know, like Trump said no tax on tips. Guess what Kamala said? No tax on tips. You know, it sets a, I don't know. Listening to a first world country complain is weird as a person from the third world. Oh man, I mean everyone has problems. India, man, if America needs to start doing business with India instead of China, I think that's what I think Trump wanted to do with Modi. I think people understood that, but he didn't get a second term to help that process roll. And India's stuck between they're shenanigans, so I'm not tech support. who messed the dude, you're funny, man. Feels I like how you can make fun of yourself. That's good, man. That's a good sense of humor. You don't no horns, man. A woman in Georgia, and she was able to vote Democrat. See, yeah, there had been a lot of shenanigans like that. Dead people voting, for sure, man, for sure. Because they probably mailed it to a big list that hasn't been checked twice, and dead people were on it. Yeah, for sure, I believe that. Yeah, there's no one. This is why no one honks at people. And so in California, I'll give you a word of advice for California. If you come to California, you don't honk at anybody, because someone will shoot at you. It could get very dangerous in California if you start honking at people. How about, yeah, I mean, you can honk if the person in front of you messes up. And the only time I honk at people is if it's a green light and they're on their phone. You know they're on the phone, but no one gets mad out here, man. No one really complains. No one honks. Everyone just lives a pretty peaceful life, I think, out here in California. It gets a little hectic because it is a little crowded. We do have, like, you know, a couple bad cities, I guess. It's just run down and poor, but like I said, man, your poor to my poor, very different. You know, you being in India and I being in Southern California. They're not really poor; they just are losers, man. I don't consider. I don't like the word poor or rich. I think people are just losers. You know, I don't think you're poor. You know, I don't, maybe, I mean, you might not have a lot of money, but I don't think you're poor, nor do I think you're a loser. I think you're very intelligent. You're just caught in a bad situation in your country, you know. That's how I kind of think of things. And if you're an American and you're poor, that means you're a loser, you know. Getting money shouldn't be that difficult in a capitalist society. You know, like what? it's hard, it's tough, and you got to put in a lot of work. But you compare it to India, like Phil says, man, you can laugh at me, right? Yeah, you find me kind of funny complaining about, I get that, and that's why I say I think just people are losers, man. I'm from Mexico. I've seen poor. I've seen Iraq. And you give me a guy at Home Depot that doesn't speak English, I would hire him than a college graduate these days, because that guy at Home Depot that wants a job that can't speak a word of English, only Spanish, I guarantee he'll do whatever you want him to do. Whatever you want him to do. He'll work all day, all night. He'll never complain. He won't ask for food or water or health insurance. He just needs money to send back to his family. Like that's an American to me. Someone that just wants to work, and I don't care what race you are or what you speak, man. So when I move out of my houses and stuff, or like my apartments over the years, I'll go to Home Depot and grab 3 dudes that are just kind of sitting outside, and like, hey, ¿cómo estás? Oh, that's a big old truck. And they'll give me 3, they'll jump in. They're so desperate, they'll kind of fight each other over it. It's kind of sad. But they'll jump in, and you pay them, $20. You kind of agree, hey, $20, help me move a couple things. They understand English, but not well. And dude, they'll move all your stuff for you. They'll tape it. They'll have a backpack full of like tape and gloves, and then they might have booties for the feet to not get your carpet all messed up. Yeah, I tell people all the time, those guys at Home Depot, man, they want to work, dude. They'll take $10 an hour. They'll take $5 an hour. They don't give a crap. In our country, it's a big thing if the bad guy robs with the gun. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. This in a first world country complaint is as weird as a person. At this point, I feel like we get political. Yeah. Poor people in the United States are not poor. They have PlayStations and TVs. Yeah. They just act. People like to act poor. I think the difference is our government will strap in and give food stamps and housing. Sometimes you can't even get a check. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, no, our poor people out here are, well, it's a choice. In America, to be poor, it's a choice. You can have bad situations where, my parents, I guess, were kind of struggling for money as I grew up. That's one reason why, I didn't have a trust fund. I didn't have anything. I joined the military. You can start bad. You can have bad parents that kind of don't help you out. I'm sure, Sarah or me or Pure Gold, we all had friends like that, or maybe it happened to us. But man, I mean, we all kind of low C even. We all kind of, we know that. But we also know that if you just keep kind of going one day at a time, you can build something for yourself. It might not be big or fancy. The pretty lady down the street might not think you're rich or whatever. But, yeah, I live in Valley Girl. I don't want to get in that van. I'm not going to get in that van. That's what they say, I swear. It's weird. That car's ugly. Do you even know what car that is? No. Dude, that's like $80,000 car. I don't like it. That's stupid. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we all probably knew someone that kind of had a bad start. And I also know people that had a great start. Like, one of my best friends, Jason, he's a black dude. His dad was a ear, nose, and throat doctor. Balling. This dude is balling. He grew up in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s out here in California, which wasn't the best time. But the dude put in his work and he's balling. When I mean, he's probably one of the wealthiest people I've met. I've seen his houses. I've seen how much he makes. And, but if you ever meet him, you'll never know that, because he's still, he's a biker that's a banker. He's a hell angel biker. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Monday morning he goes in to work his executive banking job. Yeah, you'll never know people like that. And he never plays the victim, man. This dude has guns up the wazoo in his closet. He's a goddamn American patriot. Woo! And he used to be a heroin addict. Nailed it. Dude, my other best friend, also named Jason, his mom, black woman, big old butt, long nails, fake weave. She will swear and cuss. She drinks Hennessy out of a bottle. She used to buy us booze when we were little. She used to smoke weed with us, or we would smoke weed with her. She didn't give a flying F, dude. Single mother, raised a daughter and a son. The son is my best friend. He's my first friend I ever knew in my junior high. A black dude. And still friends to this day. She raised an amazing guy, has a family, bought a house out in California, works in a hospital, So, I used to go over this dude's house. I thought my house was small. This dude lived in like a 700-foot apartment, 2-bedroom. It was little, man. It was no balcony, it was. But dude, that's what they did, and they got over it. And the daughter's doing good. She's married, has a family, and my best friend's married, 2 daughters, 2 beautiful daughters, a good wife, a good hard-working wife. Like out here. He bought in Ventura. Ventura County's kind of by, I don't want to say kind of by Malibu, but kind of in the same vicinity, I guess. It's a ways away, but you just have to have hope and opportunity, and people will dig themselves out of it. And in a third world country like India or something like that, I don't know how to fix that. I never know how do you go there without other people taking advantage of businesses and stuff. America seems too materialistic world for Asian prospect. Our Asian countries have a culture and feelings. You can say feminine energy, that soul feelings. That's another problem with U.S. kids with no father in the home. Fathers are so important. Dude, yeah. Going to America for you will be like our masculine side will be happy and our feminine side will be sad. Yeah, the no father thing, that's kind of a big deal, man. I mean, my buddy's lucky that he was raised by his mom, and he's a man. He's I think more of a dude than I am. He takes care of his family, his wife. He has 2 daughters. He knows the consequences about not having a father because he didn't. And we had a conversation. We got really tossed up in Vegas a couple years back, and I was talking to him about it. And so we have a great picture, man. You'd be surprised to see my best friend was Armenian, 2 black dudes, and a Mexican guy. Those were my best friends growing up, man. Those are still my friends. So every time we go out, we look so funny, man. I'm like the skinny white kid, with tattoos all over. I have a bad mouth. I'm very patriotic. And then I sit next to two big. I mean, my black friends are big. 6'3", 260 pounds. My Mexican friends, 6'3", 290. Big dudes. And I sit there with them at a bar, and I swear we get looked at all the time. Because we start saying racist shit to each other. Oh, I do. I do. Like, I will be in the elevator, and I'm standing next to two black dudes and a Mexican guy, and I'll say something so racist about like people can't swim or fucking border jumpers or something. I shouldn't cuss, but I do it in front of someone else that doesn't know us, like another couple that walks in, and I'll say it out loud. If they're like white too, I'm like, oh, hey, be careful with these gentlemen over there. They might try to rob you. Dude, and the couple, usually it goes fairly well. It's never gone bad where someone's gotten upset, but my buddies will do it too. They'll play the role, but eventually we'll tell the person in the elevator that they're all friends. Best friends. Or my one of my good friends, the guy that died, Herman, he's Armenian and Turkish, so he's kind of dark complexion. I would call him a terrorist, dude. He's doing terrorist activity over there. He had a big beard, a man bun. And I'm like, oh, dude. Yeah, it was funny, man. People get too offended these days. It sucks. Yeah. And divorce culture in the U.S. is very strange. Here it's third marriage and fourth. Yeah, oh yeah, man. Especially I'm in California, you can get pretty funky with that stuff. Luckily, a lot of people I know are still on their first, thank goodness. But like a lot of my mom's friends growing up, a lot of them have already divorced. Mom's 68 or 70, something like that. So yeah, the no father thing, man. Yeah, my buddy knows the consequences of that. I'm lucky he turned out good and not a dirtbag, part of the system type guy. He works in a hospital. My Mexican buddy, he's first generation over the border. He's a cop out in a max prison. And they're patriotic too, man, because they know consequences. They like shooting guns and stuff. So California has some growing to do to catch up with, I think, the rest of the states I visited, like Oklahoma. I don't think oil would be that way, but I think there's the crack in the chain. Maybe when we're older guys, like 50 or something, the next 30 or 40 years, I think California will change to a more reasonable state. But I just, after the election, someone looked this up for me. What was the percentage? What am I trying to say? I want to know how much the percentage is going to shrink for this election, voting for Democrat. I think it's going to be a lot. I think, Republicans usually lose California, and I'm just guessing by 15% every year. There has to be some really big number that Democrats always win by 15%, 20% in California. It's almost no chance. It's not no 1.1% chance Democrats win. It's a pretty big number. This year, I want to see how much it changed, because if it changes a lot, that means a lot of people caught on to the bull crap. That's what we gotta. That's what we have to keep fighting for, is lowering that percentage every 4 years, man, and stick on the same page, because Californians don't pay attention. We do not pay attention at all, and that's the one thing I can always tell people: we do not pay attention. There's too much to do. We're busy constantly with work and traffic, and the sun's always out. You can always go outside and have a good time. Sports, going to the beach, going to the mountains, snowboarding, skiing, wakeboarding at the lake. There's going to Mexico, going on vacations. There's so much to do. Listening to politics is not one of them. It never has been. up until just recently, up until Trump started running, I started seeing more and more and more people maybe have American flags out. I used to see a lot of Trump flags out on houses, on trucks. I used to rock one on my truck. This year, and my parents have been to a huge rally down by the beach. Trump's been here like 2 or 3 times for fundraising, not for a rally, but people will go and line up where he's going to drive through, man. And my parents said it's epic. So that would be something interesting, to pay attention to, guys, is how much we take away from the commie regime of the Democrats. Weirdos. Don't give them smartphones. Dude, I wish. People out here have 2 phones, man. We call one our phone, the other one the bat phone. I love living in Florida. California's beautiful, but I didn't see myself living there. Yeah. Oh, you're from Florida, Sarah? Oh, that's cool. Oh, you guys are super. See, kind of like Florida, it kind of, in 99, 2000, it was kind of a 50-50 split between Republican and Democrat. And then now it's totally Republican, dude. Because the Cubans, man, know not to do that socialism, communist stuff. And they all jumped the border to get to Florida on boats. That's the main reason why. But Florida had to go through some wild times with the drug cartels out there. And I think California is kind of getting over that stage. And I think we're going to be like Florida. Maybe not so much, but I have high hopes. And with the downfall of Hollywood, oh really? That's good, man. They don't know. I think that's gonna. Yeah, that's good. I think cell phones and stuff were kind of for our age, right? I mean, we kind of grew up with cell phones, but kids don't think what the parents have is cool, right? I mean, sooner or later, there's going to be a generation of kids that are going to be like, dude, we don't want phones in our pocket. That's stupid. I think that's going to happen too. Right? Because once you become a parent, nothing's cool anymore. Look at Facebook. My mom and all her friends on Facebook. And she goes, man, are you on Facebook too? I'm like, no, dude, I'm not going on that crap with you. All my friends aren't on Facebook no more, it's old. Instagram, and then there's, you can do a TikTok, but I stopped on Instagram, and it has me fighting in it sometimes. If you guys want to follow it, I don't know how to, you can actually see me stand up and out of not driving, because I'm always driving. But I have some good pictures on there. I don't have them. I have 10. That's some good vids. Took some good videos of me back in my fighting days and stuff like that. Oh, really? Yeah, everyone around here. Oh, hold on. Come here. I gotta read this. Around here, I live is all for Trump, but I live around a bunch of farmers to know about big cities like Orlando, Miami, etc. A lot of alligators too. Snakes, I know, and the snakes in Florida, and that big old suckers out there. Cities out in Florida, I don't know either. I think Florida always goes pretty red, man. They always go pretty red. Florida man is in a meme. It's tasty, woo! Burnt out on Lego. Boys are fun, but I would absolutely love to play Barbies with a girl. Burnt out on Legos. Girl Barbies equals angel. Yeah, I had a neighbor down the street. I'll never forget her, Alex. And I would, my mom and we would babysit, or her mom would babysit me with her. And I would always go over and I would always have to play Barbies with her. She always wanted to do have a house, and Barbies, and like she always, we're gonna have kids. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm not, what are you talking about? We're not playing house and Barbies, dude. But I always had to play house and Barbies with her. Yeah, if you grew up, yeah, I did, honestly, I'd probably still play with Barbies and Ken. It's fun, not gonna lie. G.I. Joe's was my thing, but they're gonna be captured by G.I. Joe's and then executed by what's his name? Snake. I think his name was Snake in G.I. Joe's. Yeah. Yeah, the Barbie would be captured. Ken would be executed for sure. Barbie would be put in the Barbie car and taken to the Barbie castle where she would have been captured, kidnapped. Yeah. That's how boys play. That's how my brother my older brother would grab the Barbie and hang her from the fan, and as the fan spun, oh yeah, she didn't like that, but yeah, Alex, man, she was a cool lady. Maybe the Chinese. That's cute. My 3-year-old found my Cabbage Patch baby in my room and had taken it as his baby. Your 3-year-old used that. See, yeah, that's cute, dude. Oh, that's a good story. He thinks it's his baby or her baby or his baby. 3-year-old dude. Like, I have a nephew. I think it was like 3 to 6, 3 to 5. I think that's when they're the best, dude. That's when they're the best. They're so damn cute. I never as a dude, you never fall in, I don't know, but I remember my nephew, man, he was so damn cute, dude. I still have videos of him. He would try to make we would say, hey, Jax, what does the monkey say? And he would go, "Mah, mah, mah." What does the cow say? Moo. And then we would say, what does the diner say? And he would go, roar, really loud. And he would do it. He would do it so violently, roar. And then we would start laughing at him, and he knew that it was funny, so he would do it again and go, roar. And oh God, dude, and now he's like 9. I'm like, dude, you're a little monster. Like, get away from me. Nah, he's still cool. Still a cool kid. Still a great kid, but he would put on his little hat and walk around with us, and he would, dude, man, like, he wanted to be just like Dad, dude, Yeah, he was they do the damnedest things, man. I have that video. I want to post. I think I did post it. I think it's one of my shorts, dude. It's in my short, and it said, I think the title is like, if you want to laugh or something. Because it's hilarious, dude. What is, this, he does, oh, it's funny. Rough, ribbit, he goes, ribbit. You need to find someone in 7-Eleven and marry. Oh, I go inside those all the time, man. Yeah, dude, you got a good personality, man. My brother would destroy my Barbies and cut their hair. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Sarah. That's mandatory guy time. Yeah. That's how violent we can get. Yeah, I don't know why we do that. I think all dudes do that. Like, if we see a Barbie, you get it and you capture it. You fucking rip its arms off, I had a sister with the age gap. We were basically both raised as only children. Oh, really? Oh, man. Oh, then you're okay. I got you. You need to find someone that works at 7-Eleven. Dude, I work with a lot of Indians, dude. A lot of Indians. I never met their daughters. Oh, that was nice. There's some ladies picking up trash. That was some random ladies with the little claw on a plastic bag, and they were just kind of walking around picking up trash. You know, that's the second time I've seen someone do that. I want to do that. I was washing dishes, like, this was a long time ago, like 3 years ago. There was a black dude and a white chick. They were walking, and he had one of those claws in a plastic bag, and they were walking their children and dog, but the dude had a claw and was just walking around the neighborhood picking up trash. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, whoa, I might need to do that. That's such a good idea. You know, as long as you show, you know, it starts somewhere, you guys, you know, and the little things you do, other people will see it, and that's how, you know, things get done, I guess. I don't know. I just thought that was a good idea. Something nice to do for the community, I guess. Yeah, and I just saw 2 older ladies do it. That was really nice of them. Yeah, I'm not an Indian, man. I think I'm too white for their asses, dude. We won't get along, yeah. My toys didn't get messed with. Oh, yeah, that's good. If you guys had a big gap, yeah. Yeah, and you guys do Ramadan, is that where you guys fast for like a month or something, which is pretty wild. Yeah, I would Americanize her so much, bro, if I married any other race that was still in, oh my god, what? You know, race that was, you know, heavy into whatever religion. I'm too American to go down that road, dude. I'll do it. Like, I'll go to, you know, I'll go to a Hindu church or Buddhist temple, or I'm Catholic. I'll go to Christian church, which is, you know, kind of the same but totally different. But to actually do it on a regular basis or have me pretend like I care, I don't. I can never do it. I can never do that again. I'll just do what I want. I can do it for like a day, and I can pretend for a day, but I can't do it forever. I'm too Americanized, man. I can't do it. God, country, football, brother. God, country, and guns, brother. Azar, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? And we eat bovine. Probably wouldn't go down well if he was eating juicy steak at a table. I want to read Bible actually, but as old version as possible. Oh, the Bible? Yeah, man. You gotta, yeah. Like I said, man, I can pretend for an hour at church every once in a while, but I got stuff to do, you know. Yeah, man, I wish India would. I wish we could move all our businesses into India instead of China. China sucks. That would really help you guys. I think you guys have more people than China now, dude. I think your population's booming. I think you guys started buying weapons from us instead of Russia. So that's a start. And we just need our military to work with your military, and then, man, India, I think in the next 1,000 years, if everything goes smooth, will be one hell of a country in a long time now. Because you guys aren't crazy. You know, India's not going to be a communist, weird country that's trying to attack Australia and Japan. But China will do that. So, Oh, really? The next 1,000 years. Well, it could be sooner. Yeah. I think China or India is doing some good stuff out there. Yeah, dude. You guys just need more. You need all of our weird businesses that we don't do in America. We'll throw them over there, and you guys do them. Get paid, get insurance, get health care, get all that good stuff, and then we cut it off from China. That's what I would do. I think that's what Trump wanted to do. I think Trump and Modi, I know, because Trump doesn't like China, dude, and I don't blame him. And everyone likes India. I mean, when's the last time any American had any problem with India? Or Indonesia or Bangladesh or I don't not that I'm aware of. Hazar's back. What's up, brother? Long time no see, man. Long time no see. Yeah, we'll see, man. It'll be one wild ride for us guys. We gotta hang tight, communicate with each other. Stay focused on our career, or job, or our family. Not so much the career and job. Focus more on the family and have some good traditions like Christmas and Thanksgiving, and celebrate even the cheesy holidays like Valentine's Day or St. Patty's Day, Cinco de Mayo. I don't know why the hell we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and well, I guess we don't, but in California we do. We don't. No one really does. It's just another reason for dudes to go out and get a little sauced up. Yeah, you can sell St. Patty's Day, Cinco de Mayo, gotta go. Yeah, just little things like that. That's what I always missed when I was deployed, because you miss the little traditions that make you what you remember, and yeah, those are important. Even the dumb ones are kind of important. Even the dumb ones. Getting some gas, buddy. Getting some gas. Don't depend on school only. Oh yeah, for sure. Study some practical use. This is all just to let you know I'm talking. Okay, that's cool. I always miss your live stream. No worries, brother. Don't worry about it, man. I'm trying to keep the streams more PG and stuff, so. Yeah, I'll try to keep it PG from here on out. I don't want to be swearing and all that craziness. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get going. I'll be streaming later today. Hazar, I know you just got on, brother, and I got to get off. But I got to get to work and start paying them bills. Zosi, I appreciate it. Real feels, man. Simplified from India, Hazar, Pure Gold, and Sarah. I appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out with me. Take it easy, brother. All right, guys. Got to get to work. Peace. Simplified.